How awful.
Hi.
Hi.
Here we are.
It's us.
We made it to episode 7.
Is that significant?
Yeah, do you want to hear a joke? What kind of people don't like pizza? Weirdos. My friend Sam told me that joke.
So that was Tanya Lee telling that joke, and I'm B.
I'm Tanya Lee.
Yeah.
I'm really funny.
She's the one with the jokes. She's the jokester. So here we are.
Here we
Week
are.
7.
Week 7.
Drinking Dark Horse wine again.
Cheers.
Same wine, different day.
So we should catch people up. What did we watch this week? What fun horror movies have we divulged
watch?
since we last recorded?
We watched... No. What did we watch?
We watched Split.
We watched Split!
Yeah, we watched Split. It was so good.
It was Tanya's second time seeing it, but she
Even
was
better.
reacting to it like it was the first time. It's my first time, and oh boy.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy, that was a doozy. James McAvoy, I will stand by this, highly underrated.
I don't know if he's underrated because I think a lot of people do really love
He's
James
underrated
McAvoy.
because he doesn't have awards.
That's fair.
I feel like people have discounted him because of X-Men.
Yeah, the X-Men movies are definitely a win for him.
No, I feel like people have discounted him because of X-Men.
But they were a win. He was so good in them.
Yes, they were a win, but I feel like when actors do superhero movies,
Yeah.
for some reason it like discredits them
Yeah.
as actors, which I don't
That's fair.
understand.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think the only one, and I could stand corrected, I think the only one that's like ghosts.
What the heck is that sound? I'm
Aliens.
scared.
I think the only one who has transcended that pigeonhole is Tom Holland to me.
Yeah, I love Tom Holland. Well, you know I have a crush on Tom Holland, so
Tom
it's
Holland,
different.
we saw Tom Holland in Impossible. That was the
Yeah.
first.
Aw.
And he was a kid.
Little wee.
And he was amazing. Little wee.
Tom Holland.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like they don't pigeonhole him so much. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
Mark Ruffalo.
I'm pretty pumped to see Tom Holland in Uncharted. I was actually...
What dat?
It's a video game that they're adapting into a film.
Oh.
I was texting our friend Joseph, who will be a guest on the podcast on October 31st. Don't forget.
Just a little background on Joseph real quick. He was a writer on The Magicians. So we're throwing at you a special one.
Yes, he's cool. He's cool.
He's
peeps.
cool beans.
But he happens to be one of our best friends. And him and I were texting today because I was like, something on my want to buy in my life list is a video game console.
No. I'll never get to hang out. Bye-bye podcast. Bye-bye friend. Bye-bye life.
No, I legit just want it for when I'm alone.
Yeah, because I'm going to come home and unplug it from the wall.
You wouldn't let me do it if you were home anyway.
No, I wouldn't.
You're like my wife.
I wouldn't.
I don't need to be in a relationship.
For our relationship, no.
Yeah.
No.
I don't need to be in a romantic relationship to have rules.
I want you to have things that you enjoy. I don't want you to have things that make me resent you.
I would put it in my room, so it's fine.
So then you just won't come out and hang out with me. I'll just be like, help. You don't understand. When we were kids and she got into The Sims, she would invite me over, and I would come over and then watch her play The Sims for like 2 hours.
I literally just said I wasn't going to do it when you were home. Because I know you, and I know that would piss you off. And I'm not about...
Guys, you're saying it. It's a fight.
Well, a big trigger for me is when I've upset someone.
Oh, yes. It's very true.
It's a huge trigger for me. It sparks my anxiety. Like,
I'm not saying you're going to upset me.
No, I know. But if I know that I'm going to do anything that might remotely upset you or anybody, it's not just you.
Yeah.
Anybody, I avoid doing it.
Yeah.
So I know, if I spend too much time doing something that's going to upset her, I won't do it.
I mean, I want you to enjoy your time. Your time is your time.
But that's very much how I am. I'm just I'm very insecure about upsetting people. I'm a people pleaser to a default.
Oh, yeah. No, we both are. You're a people pleaser. I'm a caretaker to a default.
But this went off the rails because I was defending my want.
So did. We just went to therapy.
What I wanted to say before you got mad at me was
I didn't get mad.
I wanted to get it because Joey has been talking to me about this game, Uncharted, for ages. And he said it's inspired him to write stories and do all these things. So the whole purpose that I wanted to get
A leaf gently fluttering down from a tree and landing perfectly on his shoulder would inspire Joseph.
It's like, where are you going with this? But the whole point was that I thought it would be cool to get a video game console. Mm-hmm. This is so me, by the way. But,
yes.
To inspire me story wise and to find inspiration.
Yeah,
in specific video games.
Sounds about right.
So the whole reason why I was talking to Joseph about a PS5, the new PlayStation that's coming out, was because I was asking him, is Uncharted on that console?
Right. Can
I play it on that console? Because that's the only reason why I want to get it. So I can play Uncharted. And Tom Holland is playing the lead in Uncharted.
Okay. And we're back.
That's my rabbit hole.
And we're back.
Anyway, should we tell some stories?
We also watched Scream 2.
We did. We are big Scream fanatics.
Big Scream fanatics.
I don't know if you guys follow us on Instagram, but we do post the movies that we watch on Instagram throughout spoopy season. And we might continue doing this whenever we watch something that feels on brand for the podcast, something awful.
Yeah.
Might as well tell you guys because we really love movies. I work in the TV and movie industry, so I'm particularly...
I do not.
I'm particularly a fan. So, but you are also a big fan.
Big fan.
So.
And don't want to ruin it by working in it.
Yeah. Doesn't negate the fact that he also loves movies and loves television shows. Clearly, we talk about it all the time.
I'm that person. All of my friends are in movies and television. I'm over here like, burp, burp, close.
Yeah. So we will probably be watching less movies together because we're about to start filming.
Yeah, that's a how awful. That's not a how wonderful.
I didn't say it was wonderful.
I know. I'm just...
It's going to be awful.
We're about to go 3 months where I'm just going to see her a couple hours a day. So
yeah.
I mean, a week. Sorry. Not even a day. They're not going to see her for 5 days. Then I'll see her for a couple hours on the weekends. And then that'll be that.
Yeah, that's my life. That's the life I chose, sadly.
So I don't know how it's going to affect the podcast. I feel like we're going to be like, how are you? What's your life like? 2 hours of catching up.
It might be beneficial, actually.
Maybe.
It might be good for
we'll be excited to talk to each other.
Yeah. I already turned it off.
No.
Oh, the fan?
No. Oh, yes, but no.
No, I could hear a fan going, and I was like, what is that sound? Is that just like the sound of the apartment? Sorry. Technical issues.
Technical issue. The wine was too far. That was the technical issue.
And the kitchen fan was still on. Sorry.
All right, what are our topics? What are our topics this time?
So I, Tanya Lee, will be covering a story regarding lore.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally have paranormal.
I'm very excited to hear your story.
I'm excited to tell it because it's going to involve a future road trip.
Oh, sick.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to start this week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what a cryptid is?
I do not, but I've heard you say the word.
Okay. A cryptid is an obscure, undocumented creature typically originating from folklore.
Taylor Swift did it?
Lore.
Taylor Swift created it?
Maybe.
You said folklore.
Yeah, I did.
What song is it?
Betty.
Oh, she's a cryptid?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So the origins of the urban legend I'm about to tell you, they came from a 1979 article in the Toronto newspaper, The Sunday Sun. The article was titled, Tunnel Monster of Cabbagetown.
Tunnel Monster?
Tunnel Monster of Cabbagetown.
Cabbagetown. Horrifying.
Mm-hmm. It's a...
Is it a cabbage monster?
I don't want to call it a borough because that's very New York, but essentially what would be a borough of... Toronto, as Valley Village is a borough of Los Angeles.
Got it.
I don't actually know what it's called, a town within Los Angeles County.
Sure.
I don't know. Anyway.
Village.
So before I tell you about this tunnel monster, it's important you know that there are many secret tunnels underneath the city of Toronto.
Fine.
Only some of which have been discovered. Like, for instance, the Lakeshore Psychiatric Hospital used to use a system of tunnels that staff members used to navigate to the hospitals with. Like, they would just...
Oh, okay. These weren't, like, mortuary tunnels where they dumped bodies.
No, they would use it, like, basically to travel underneath.
Oh, so like LT.
Kind of, yeah.
Our high school had a tunnel between campuses.
For cold weather.
And for boys to attack girls. It's fun times.
Fun times. And there's a secret tunnel under Roy Thompson Hall, which was discovered in the 80s, that held a mysteriously locked safe whose contents have never been publicly disclosed. So by the 20th century, Torontonians? Torontonians? What do you guys call yourselves? I should ask my cousins.
Tontos?
Well, those people, they forgot about these tunnels.
Torontoads, I've decided.
Toads.
Yeah, Torontoads.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I like that. High five.
You're welcome.
It wasn't until August 1978 that the city was reminded of them. So here's what happened. A 51-year-old man named Ernest. He's probably pretty earnest with the story. He declined to share his last name.
So just Ernest. He's like pink.
He is like pink. If you guys listen to the last episode, you know what we're talking about. You're going to love him.
Oh, I'm going to love Ernest?
Yeah. He lost a kitten.
Oh, no.
From a litter that he and his wife had been raising.
No.
So he searched the entire neighborhood looking for this lost kitten when he stumbled across what he described as a cave. So I'm going to show you a picture.
Show me the cave. Show me the cave.
From 1979 of what this cave looked like.
No, thank you.
Ernest decided
going in. No, he went in.
Crawl into this.
Ernest.
Yeah, into this said cave.
To look for his kitty.
So, you know, he was ambitious.
Looking for his kitty.
Yes.
Meow meow.
Yes.
He needed his assistant.
What happened next will chill you to the bone.
I'm ready to be chilled.
Imagine you're Ernest in this situation, okay?
I am Ernest.
Ernest was quoted saying, "I saw a living nightmare that I'll never forget."
Living nightmare.
Armed only with a flashlight, Ernest encountered a creature unlike anything he had ever seen before. It was long and thin, almost like a monkey, 3 feet long, large teeth, weighing maybe 30 pounds, with slate gray fur. However, it was the eyes that truly haunted Ernest. He said they were illuminating orange and red and slanted. Then, the creature spoke to him. It didn't growl, it didn't hiss.
Hello, fine sir.
It freaking spoke.
Excuse me, pardon, do you have any grey poupon?
And this is a quote. I'll never forget it. It said, "Go away, go away," in a hissing voice.
That was your hissing voice?
Yes.
Try it
That was
again.
very spoopy.
Try it again.
Go away, go away.
It's not hissing. Try it
You
again.
try.
No.
No, it hurts my voice.
No, it's your task.
That's my best shot.
Okay.
Then it took off down a long tunnel off to the side. Ernest said he got out of there as fast as he could and was shaking with fear, naturally.
Naturally.
Do you want to see a picture of what the Sunday Sun drew up as what he saw?
Boy, do I. That's just Smeagol.
Kind of looks like Gollum, right? That's why I did
Yeah.
that voice, I think, because
Oh, yeah, no, I wouldn't want to. No, thank you. Do you think people call him Ernie?
I literally call him Ernie in my story.
No, good.
I think I didn't say it out loud, but I
Ernie.
did write him as Ernie at a couple of points.
Little Ernie.
Okay, so Lori Goldstein, who was a writer for Toronto's Sunday Sun, had heard whispers around town about Ernest's story. She seeked him out and begged him to tell her his story. He refused several times before caving. See what I did there?
Ah.
Little dad jokes today.
Oh.
Ernest took the Sunday Sun staff to the location of the original sighting, located between his apartment building and its neighbor. The only possible trace of the creature's presence was the corpse of a cat.
Oh, not that kitty.
No, I know.
All right, big kitty.
It was decomposing and partially buried inside the tunnel. Speculation remains high that the tunnel in question led directly to Toronto's underground sewer system. Where did I... Oh, and acted as a point of access for Mr. Tunnel Monster.
Mr. Tunnel Monster.
Or maybe Mrs., or maybe neither.
Non-binary. Maybe you're a they.
Maybe they Tunnel Monster.
They Tunnel.
Which is cool. Actually, it's probably they Tunnel Monster.
It's a
Let's
very
be fair.
progressive monster.
No, I think it probably is a they Tunnel Monster. Okay.
Okay.
The city of Toronto once had numerous streams and waterways that, as the city expanded, were built over and became a network of underground waterways, like the underground tunnels that I told you about earlier. The Algonquin tribes of Canada spoke of man-esque hairy creatures that thrived in these rivers before they were hidden. Yes, Queen. Yes, Queen. I love you a long time.
I know.
Do you know?
I do.
Do you want me to show you?
Later.
Okay. I lost my place. Oh, yeah. They spoke of the man-esque hairy creatures that thrived in these rivers before they were hidden away from the public.
Neve Schulman.
From Catfish. Oh, we kind of love Neve.
We do love Neve, but you said hairy human.
You just thought of Neve.
Neve Schulman.
So these creatures, their name is pronounced Memegwese.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm positive. I looked it up.
Oh.
So before I continue, I just need to say that it is Memegwese. I looked it up.
Memegwese.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not making this up.
Wakatepe.
Great movie. It's a very racist movie.
Yeah, it's super bad. It's really bad. No jungle to jungle.
No, but nostalgia.
Yeah.
Okay. Like literally every movie we grew up watching is super racist.
So bad.
So can't win.
No.
So these Memegwese are small riverbank dwelling water spirits. They are generally benign creatures, but sometimes blow canoes astray or steal things when they are not shown proper respect. In some Ojibwe, I think I pronounced that correctly.
Look that up too?
Yes.
Okay.
But it was like last week. So hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Ojibwe traditions, Memegwese can only be seen by children and doctors. In others, they can appear to anyone and may help humans who give them tobacco and other gifts. Most often, Memegwese are described as being child-sized, hairy, with a large head, and a strange voice that sounds like the whine of a dragonfly. So very similar to our tunnel monster friend that Ernie encountered.
Okay.
The Cree and Innu describe them as having narrow faces, and some Menominee storytellers have said that they have no noses. Some people believe that their name comes from the Ojibwe word for hairy, which I don't know how to pronounce this, but it's spelled Memii. So I'm assuming it's May because
Meme. Yeah.
it feels like the front of that word.
Meme.
Yeah, which means hairy.
Style?
No. Hairy as in lots of hair.
Oh.
Other people believe that their name is related to the word for butterfly, which is Memengua.
Oh, pretty.
Yes, very pretty. I don't know if I pronounced that right.
That's fine.
I feel very offensive right now.
Go with it.
Hopefully
She's
someone...
trying her best.
I'm doing my best. Hopefully someone can correct me if I'm wrong, and I will happily correct myself. By the way, speaking of corrections...
It's Suzanne.
Last episode, I talked about Susan Daniel Smith, and I apparently referred to her as Suzanne a couple times. It's Susan. I was putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable again. I'm sorry.
She was getting excited about, Janus and Marceline. No, she was Suzanne.
I just went off with my bad self.
Yeah, she renames people. It's her thing.
Anyway, when Toronto buried many of its river systems, luring them into underground tunnels, it is believed that the Memegwese were buried with them. Animal Planet's Freak Encounters featured a segment on the Toronto Tunnel Monster in the show. In their show. Toronto sends sewer workers to inspect the tunnel system. This person's name is when Salako Kalfu, director of the Occult Research Bureau, was interviewed on the show. He noted that the tunnel was partially collapsed, possibly by the creature itself. So if that's the case, then this creature would probably have the ability to tear a person into small pieces. That is a direct quote.
Yummy.
Mm-hmm. Others believe that the tunnel where the monster was found leads to a secret UFO base.
Oh boy.
Located underneath Lake Ontario, just off the shores of Toronto, which I will post a link to, more information on that on our Patreon. It is interesting to note that the description of the creature provided by Ernest in an artist's rendering, which was included in the original Toronto Sun article, which is what I showed you, resemble reports of a popular creature that I am sure you have all heard of, you as well, the South American chupacabra.
Chupacabra!
I imagine we'll cover that fine fella at a later date, but brief synopsis of what that is. In South America, Puerto Rico, and parts of the United States, these are mythical creatures who roam the countryside called chupacabras. They are meat-eating monsters that typically go after livestock, such as cattle, chickens, goats, and or, sadly, family pets. Chupacabras are about 3 feet in length and typically have red eyes, just like our tunnel monster. Although they're usually known to be baldies, so they're not hairy like our tunnel monster, with leathery skin, there do happen to be a few stories of chupacabras that have scales, wings, or even fur. See.
Assistant.
See.
It is not bathing time. You're on the clock.
Can you not lick your butt right next to the microphone?
On the clock.
It's like, that's like definitely an
HR issue.
I'm going to hide your butt with my hand. Okay. So maybe chupacabras as far north as Toronto keep their fur, considering how cold Canada is in the winter.
That's fair.
So maybe the tunnel monster is actually a lost chupacabra, or it could be a memeguese, or perhaps just a distant genetic cousin of either. That is the story of the tunnel monster of, what was it again? Cabbagetown.
Cabbagetown. Did you forget Cabbagetown?
Yeah, I don't know. My brain is kaput.
That is not something I would want to bump into.
That is a creepy guy. So there's only one account of this story. But since Ernest refused to tell the story to the Toronto Sun, and for some reason makes it more buyable to me.
Okay.
Because like this reporter had to hunt him down and be like, please tell me this story. Everybody's talking about this story that you told your family. Why won't you tell it to me? And he's like, I don't want to sound like the town kook and talk about what I saw when like, you know, I don't want this to go in the papers and you guys say I'm a crazy person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was very defensive of that and that's why he didn't give his last name.
Fair enough.
So
Ernie No Name.
Ernie No Name. Ernie Pink.
Ernie Pink.
So my sources were a 13th Floor article by Ron McKenzie and a Cryptids fandom article.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever heard a story about a cryptid.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Well, chupacabras.
Yeah.
A cryptid.
To be honest, I've heard of chupacabra, but I don't actually know what it is.
Yeah, it's a spooky monster.
It's a spooky monster?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like that page in the Rest in Peace Little Monster book that I read.
Right.
Last episode.
The chupacabra.
The chupacabra. That's my story.
That was a fun time. I learned something this day.
Wasn't that a little bit spoopy?
No, it definitely was. I don't like that picture.
We're recording this on the 13th of October.
Oh.
So it's kind of like a spooky night as is. I know this won't be released on the 13th of October.
No, it won't.
But it's kind of cool that we're recording it on the 13th. Spooky.
Again, Taylor Swift.
13?
Yeah, it's like her number.
Oh.
God, oh my God.
That's my friend Megan's number because it's her birthday.
It might be because she's also a Swiftie.
No, well, yeah, she is a Swiftie, but she always loved number 13 because it's her birthday. So March 13th.
Some people think it's a...
it's not bad luck.
It's a curse number, but a lot of people think it's a good luck number. And Megan's pretty rad, and Taylor Swift's really famous and rich and rad, so I'm going to go with the ladies who think it's a good number because clearly they got something.
Yeah, they know what's up.
They know what's up.
What's up, what's up?
What's up, what's up, what's up?
I'm really nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Because I know you're going to tell me a spoopy story.
I'm going to tell you multiple, all in one.
Oh, boy.
So.
I'm going to sit back.
I happened upon this town on accident. So I'm going to tell you how I got here. So I was doing my monthly hate scroll through Facebook. And our friend Laurel reposted a town or like a spot in this town, which I'll talk about. And I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. So I did some research and found this town and then realized the entire town is haunted AF. So this is a story about Bisbee, Arizona.
Okay, that's drivable. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, it's about 8.5 hours, but it's drivable.
You can do that in a day? Easily.
Because, haunted buildings are cool and all, but what's better than a haunted building? It's a whole ass haunted town. All of it.
I love it.
So Bisbee, Arizona is a tiny, sleepy little copper mining town of just over 5,000 residents. And it's on the tourist map for its haunted history. It's been featured on several ghost shows like Ghost Hunters and the incredibly intolerable Ghost Adventures.
Zach Baggins.
Oh, Zach Baggins. Chris Angel, Ghost Hunters. All right. They have an award-winning walking ghost tour hosted by Renee Harper, who also wrote a book about the town. It's noted as the most haunted town in Arizona. And we're going to explore the ghosties roaming that town.
Here we go.
Yeah. Many a miner died in this town searching for their fortune. It was also a rather rough and tumble town, resulting in many gunfights and showdowns in the streets. So, you picture the old Wild Wild West.
Oh, cool.
You lily-livered. I don't even know what I'm saying. But yeah. I'm like, you draw. I don't know.
You draw, you die.
At the Bisbee Grand Hotel, it said that ghostly apparitions have been reported in all its 13 rooms. Items are overturned, towels misplaced, and unexplained noises all emanate from the former minor boarding house. At the Bisbee Inn Hotel L'Amour, a lady in white is said to appear and straighten pillows in rooms and leave them smelling like lilac. So we got a nice little ghost cleaning lady.
Okay.
But it's not just hotels where the city's ghosts maintain residence. In the famous Brewery Gulch district, where prostitution, which we now refer to as sex work,
Yes.
was once legal, there have been, and should be again, there have been eerie sightings. Minors from another era are said to be spotted walking the streets and hanging out in the local bars. At a nearby abandoned park, gotta love an abandoned park, kids can sometimes be heard playing when there are no children around.
Ew. Oh, no.
We don't like ghost kids.
Oh, no.
No, that's the worst. Ghost kids are, they're definitely the worst.
Remember Johnny?
Yes, ghost kids are the worst. Might have been a demon.
We talked about this.
Maybe
Might have been a demon.
Maybe that's why you don't remember half of your childhood. Johnny was just like, or you were possessed by a demon.
Yeah. Well, I hope not.
Anyway, a visit to the Queen Mine where visitors don hard stop kissing the assistant. A visit to the Queen Mine where visitors don hard hats, lights, and safety vests and descend 1,500 feet into the former copper mine has guides regaling visitors of ghostly tales of miners who have never left the hundreds of caves and shafts of the mine. Just being very cute.
She's being really kissable.
No, HR.
Sure.
You're fired. No, you're fired. She is not asking for this. She did not consent.
Izzy, do you want me to give you a kiss? Move your head if you want me to. See? She's moving her head.
All right. You know what? This is not okay.
Okay, sorry. I get very distracted by her
We'll
sister.
dive further into two of the hotels, starting with the Copper Queen Hotel. The Copper Queen was finished in 1902. It offers guests 48 Victorian-styled rooms, all with its own private bath in the original hotel, and 5 more rooms in the courtyard building, which is just adjacent to the hotel. No 2 rooms are the same. Each of the rooms has its own distinct personality. Throughout its history, famous personalities such as Marlon Brando, Lee Marvin, whoever that is, Julia Roberts, Harry Houdini, and John Wayne have visited and stayed in the hotel. Angela's restaurant, located in the hotel, offers the Copper Queen's original 1902 menu.
Oh, cool.
As well as modern fares such as Pasca Pescatore and Chicken Parmigiana.
Is it the same price?
Yeah, right. Here's 2 cents.
Right.
Guests will also be able to pair their meals with the extensive wine list. I'm selling Copper Queen right now. The Copper Queen Salon has been mentioned in the New York Times, or saloon. I don't know. It's a salon. Might be a saloon. Has been mentioned in the New York Times as a must-visit place. When in southern Arizona, you can enjoy special occasions with a full bar of locals.
And some ghosties?
And some ghosties.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. There are reportedly 3 resident ghosts in the Copper Queen Hotel. One of the ghostly residents is an older gentleman who has long hair and beard. He is usually seen wearing a top hat and a black cape. Guests and staff have claimed to smell the aroma of cigar either before or after seeing him. He mostly appears on the doorway and sometimes as a shadow in the rooms, which are located on the 4th floor. Dapper guy. He's got his top hat. He's got his cape.
Sounds like my type.
You're just your type. The second ghost, and perhaps the most famous, is that of a woman in her 30s by the name of Julia Lowell. It is said that she was a sex worker and she used the hotel for her and her clients. She fell madly in love with one of her clients, and when she told him this, he no longer wanted to see her, or pay her in this instance.
Rude.
She took her own life at the hotel.
Oh.
Guests and staff at the hotel say that they feel her presence on the 2nd and 3rd floors of the west side of the building. Male staff and guests have reported hearing a female voice whispering in their ear. She's still going for it. She's still trying to get her Johns. She's still like, hey, little mama, let me whisper in your ear.
Go, Julia, go.
She's going. Others have also reported seeing her dancing provocatively at the foot of the stairs. She likes to play with men's feet.
Does she tickle them?
She's got a foot fetish.
Is she the tickle monster?
She might be. She might be.
Remember on The Bachelorette, there was the tickle monster guy?
Oh, I hated him. He was offensive. And that is sexual assault.
Right?
It is.
It is.
It is. Anyway.
Tickle monster.
As a tribute to her, one of the rooms in the hotel is named the Julia Lowell room.
Wow. Does she frequent this room? Is that why?
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
The third ghost is also the youngest, and it is the ghost of a little boy. It is reported that he drowned in the San Pedro River. His presence in the hotel is explained through his relatives or parents who once worked at the hotel. Guests have reported objects being moved by the little ghost in their rooms. Others have reported hearing footsteps in the halls and giggling. Why is little ghost such a cute term?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
But also demon, maybe?
No.
He doesn't sound like a demon.
The little boy's ghost has never been seen, only heard.
Oh, hun.
He's just hanging around.
He's hiding.
He didn't want to drown.
No.
No. Who does?
Well, some people.
Well,
Some
another
people
place you
choose
can
to.
stay for good haunting is the Oliver House Bed and Breakfast. I'm going to post a picture of this place. No, thank you.
Really?
It looks haunted just from the picture. It's located at 126 All Souls Avenue.
All Souls?
Yeah, like
all
this
of
is
them?
like, yeah, all of them. This is like straight out of like a witch movie or something. All Souls Avenue, but it's legit. This is in Arizona.
Snap.
126 All Souls Avenue, perched atop a concrete hill in Old Bisbee, is where you'll find the Oliver House. This red brick structure currently functions as a bed and breakfast to guests of all kinds, including some who are no longer among the living. In fact, despite the cheerful appearance, they think this place looks cheerful, of the building and its premier location for bird watching, the building has an ominous feeling and a violent past. Whole lot of murder.
Someone needs to tell them.
Whole lot of murder.
Your place is creepy.
From its hilltop perch in the mountainside mining town, Oliver House is somewhat secluded, even though it's centrally located in Old Bisbee. The only way to approach the building is by treading a narrow footbridge, traveling through a creepy gate, and along a short pathway to the front porch.
So you can't escape.
If this doesn't give you an eerie vibe, then the building's violent past will. Can you imagine?
I don't want to, but you're going to make me, aren't you?
No, I don't like staying at haunted hotels.
Good.
We can go chill. We can go check them out. If we had the funds, we can rent a room that we're not going to stay in.
That's fair.
But no.
Because anxiety.
I have a hard enough time sleeping. I don't need to go be like, Dap, 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 what you doing? What you doing now? What you doing now? What you doing now? Anyway, Oliver House was conceived as a business office and boarding house for the Calumet and Arizona Mining Company's executives and later the miners. The wife of mining tycoon Henry Oliver, Edith Ann Oliver, oversaw the construction of the building in 1908. Mrs. Oliver had the building made from brick due to the frequency of fires in Bisbee. Several Bisbee historical records have been destroyed in fires that have torn through the town. The property was sold in 1986 to Dennis Schranz and made into a bed and breakfast. When he was told the place was haunted, Schranz, then a skeptic, laughed off the comments.
Oh, buddy.
Schranz hasn't been a skeptic since his first night in Oliver House.
I was going to say, is he a changed man?
Changed tune. Oliver House is the location of some reputed 26 deaths.
Shit.
Most of which are murders. Unfortunately, the actual number of deaths having occurred in this building cannot be completely verified due to the loss of records, due to neglect or fire.
Convenient.
Yes, right? However, one of the most mysterious of those deaths, a death that can be verified, is that of Nathaniel Nat Anderson. The story locals like to say that Nat Anderson, a miner, was staying in what's now known as Room 13 of the Oliver House. Nat was also having an affair, and the woman whom he was having the affair with was the wife of someone Nat owed money. According to the story, Nat's moneylender discovered the affair and went to confront Nat with the business end of a pistol. Nat was found shot in the back and in his forehead at the top of the stairs, outside the door to his room on February 22nd, 1920. Despite the belief that it was the moneylender who had killed poor Nat, the murder remains unsolved. Perhaps this is why Nat Anderson is still said to haunt Room 13 of the Oliver House.
Justice for Nat.
Justice for Nat. A room formerly known as the Blue Room is the alleged location of another adultery-related murder in 1932. In this story, the wife of a policeman was having an affair, and when the officer learned of the affair, he went on a murderous rampage, killing his wife, her lover, and anyone else he found. A murderous policeman? Le gasp.
Le gasp.
Unheard of. Anyway.
Those are bad apples.
Bad apples. Eventually, he turned the gun on himself.
Oh.
Problem taken care of.
Okay.
This story is often connected to that of Nat Anderson because of the similarities in the catalyst to the murders. Residual hauntings in this room involve sounds of footsteps and moving furniture when no one is around. While most of the paranormal activity seems to be centered around room 13, there are other rooms where guests have reported strange happenings. Mm-hmm. There was once a room called the Grandma Room, named after the apparition of an old lady, which guests reported having seen in the room. On nights when the apparition was seen, usually rocking in a rocking chair in the room, a broken cuckoo clock would chime at 2 a.m.
Oh, I hate that.
The old woman is said to have passed away in the room, though she is thought to be benevolent. There is one story where this ghostly granny showed a mean streak.
Oh, God, I don't like this.
When new owners purchased Oliver House and renamed the Grandma Room, they also removed from the room the rocking chair and cuckoo clock, which has been related to the room's hauntings. Grandma didn't play with that.
She was pissed.
This made the grandma ghost very upset.
Oh, no.
In her book, Renee Gardner tells the story of a young guest who had an experience with the ghost shortly after these changes had been made. So this is a quote from the book. There was a family staying at the Oliver House and their 3-year-old little boy. His parents tucked him into bed and then went downstairs to socialize with the other guests that were in the house. An hour later, the little boy came running down the stairs crying hysterically. His parents calmed him down and asked him what had happened. He responded, "The little old lady bopped me on the head." Thinking that he just had a bad dream, his parents calmed him down, took him back up to bed, and to their astonishment, the next day he woke up with a giant black and blue mark on his forehead.
I just held my breath throughout that whole part.
Yeah. Granny hurt little Timmy.
Oh.
The house has other rooms that are haunted. Most of all, the second floor has haunting tales. The stories associated with the rooms in the house include creepy feelings of being watched, doors opening and closing, footsteps, the sound of running water. There have even been reports of parties on the second floor when the second floor was empty. Some stories also include hearing work being done on pipes that no longer exist.
Wow.
So, if you're visiting Bisbee, you can stay at any of the haunted hotels. The Coppermine Hotel actually has a ghost ledger at the front desk. So they kind of market themselves for being a haunted hotel, and they want you to record any haunted experiences you have into the book. Apparently there's only like 12 entries, which says to me people aren't making it up. They're only actually writing it down when things have happened, and they're not just trying to like throw things in there. But I found that very interesting.
Yeah, and it's interesting, too, because a lot of hotels don't like to admit when their hotels are haunted.
But the thing is, they're missing out because once they do, I mean, people will come and stay from all over.
True.
Because of that. Look at the Stanley Hotel in Colorado. Yeah. Not only is it the Shining Hotel, it's very haunted. And they also have a ghost ledger at their front desk. And it's almost always booked because of one of those two things. It's the Shining Hotel or it's haunted.
Right.
I mean, we'll definitely have to go there someday. Colorado's driving distance.
Oh, okay.
We're going to go.
Cool. Who's going to help? Who's going to hold me?
We're going to bring boys.
Oh, really? What boys?
Not those boys.
Oh.
Not those boys.
Our friend boys.
Our friend boys.
Our brother boys.
Yes, our brother boys.
Okay.
Oh, anyway.
They could still hold me as a brother.
So I want to tell this part because it's fun.
Okay.
So if you're visiting, but yeah, you can stay at any of the haunted hotels or even the nearby vintage trailer park. So this is what Laurel posted that made me look up this town. It's called the Shady Dell. It features fully decked out vintage buses and trailers and even a boat outfitted in 1940s and 50s decor. It even has a 1950s diner car. It is the coolest thing ever. It doesn't necessarily look comfortable, but it looks like an experience. You can explore the haunted town that's also known for its bohemian art vibe. You can take the old Bisbee haunted walking tour and even go, this is a must, to the Bisbee Seance Room.
What?
Where magician Kenny Bang Bang, yes, that is his name, Kenny Bang Bang. Kenny Bang Bang puts on a 1-hour magic show complete with seance in his Victorian parlor.
Damn.
That's Bisbee, Arizona.
I do want to go there.
Right? So
I don't want to stay in that hotel.
No, we're not going to stay in that hotel. This is my master plan. My master plan is, we'll drive down there. We'll maybe, have some dinner, go to the seance room, go to our hotel. Next day, we'll explore.
Yeah.
And we'll take the walking tour. Have dinner again.
This sounds like
in these hotels. And the next day, we'll just go home.
This sounds like a wonderful itinerary.
Doesn't it?
Thank you for...
It's enough spoopy to enjoy ourselves, but not so much where we're petrified and want to ride out of this town on our steed.
Thank you for doing that research.
You're very welcome.
So that we can enjoy our trip there someday.
This is what's going to happen. This is all I'm going to do is I'm going to look up places and be like, we are going to here.
We'll have to make a list.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So my sources were 4 Girls and a Ghost. It's a WordPress.
Ah, nice.
Haunted Lodgings, Bisbee, Oliver House. That's about the Oliver House. Hauntedrooms.com/Arizona/haunted places/haunted hotels/Copper Queen Hotel Bisbee. Also Phoenix.org, Haunted Bisbee Ghostly Residence.
Dang.
Also the Bisbee Seance Room. Also theshadydell.com.
Wow. Why did Laurel post it?
The Shady Dell, because it is so cute.
She was just like, I want to go here and posted it?
Yeah, she didn't post it because of the haunted stuff. She posted it because of this vintage trailer park.
And you just happened to look it up because
and I was like,
that's
this
cute.
Is so cute. And I was on the website and they were like, go into the town for all the haunted lore. And I was like, haunted, you say? So I looked it up.
Okay.
Yeah. Haunted, say? Just so you guys know what was happening for the last 5 minutes of that story, she was taking pictures of our assistant and not even listening.
I was listening.
No, you weren't.
I was multitasking.
No.
She was being really
and
sweet.
now she's rubbing our assistant's belly, which is an HR issue on her end.
Look how happy she is.
Izzy is on probation and Tanya is fired.
Have you ever seen Happier Assistant?
No. But we're not trying to make her happy. We're trying to get her to work. She's very bad at her job.
Oh, that was really spoopy.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
I think it could be worse. I think that was more fun spoopy. But I can't wait to dive into the more serious spoopies.
Yeah, the more terrifying ones.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm easing in.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Easing.
You should just rip the Band-Aid off next time. Let's go deep. I'm going to go in next time.
This is starting to sound dirty.
Good.
It's not that kind of podcast.
It's going to be awful.
Awful?
How awful?
Really awful?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, well, this town is literally so many dead people. People died on the streets. People died under the streets in the mines. People died in the hotels. People died in the homes. People died everywhere.
It's inevitably haunted.
Super haunted. And we're going to go to there. You know where else we need to go?
Where?
Do you remember that place that we passed through when we were driving the coast in Oregon, Baker City? Where that guy came out to pump my gas for me and I was very confused. And
yeah.
It was this little mountain town. And then I looked it up and it's been on every ghost show, every ghost channel because it's got one of the most haunted hotels in America just around the corner.
Yeah, right.
But we were like, this is so cute.
Yeah.
We have to go to there.
Let's do it.
We have to go back to Baker City, Oregon.
Yeah, let's do it. I just want to do that road trip again. That was a great road trip. It was beautiful.
It was, yes. We can skip Portland.
Portland is weird.
Portland might have it. Well, yeah, that's its slogan.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
For a reason. But we can stop at other fun Oregon points.
Sure.
And we got to go to the Seattle so we can go to the Seattle Ghost Tour we didn't get to do.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me something wonderful?
Yeah, I started to in the beginning. But
You did.
I'll say it now, guys. If you have a Bevmo near you, they have a BOGO sale, and it's buy one bottle of wine, get one for 5 cents. So I bought 12 bottles of wine.
By the way, Bevmo, I think, is West Coast.
Yeah,
of the
I think
United
it's
States.
Benny's for other. I don't know. Find your local beverage depot. Maybe they also have a BOGO sale, and it's going to tie us over to the election. I think.
Pound it. Yeah, we just fist bumped.
We did. It's gonna be a good time. I feel like I had another one, and I don't remember what it is. Oh, I do have another one. So my mother who is a very talented seamstress, has started to work with my brother, who is a very talented sabersmith. For all you Star Wars nerds out there, my brother makes custom-made lightsabers. These are not your Toys R Us lightsabers.
No, they're legit.
These are insane, and I cannot wrap my brain around how his brain works to first of all figure out even how he could begin to do this, let alone the customizations. He was just featured in Forged from Fire on the History Channel. But anyway, if you have a couple $1,000s lying around and you want a custom lightsaber, Wild Space Outpost, you can find him on Instagram. You can find him online.
Yeah, we'll link him on our social media.
You can make your sabers. But my mom has started to work with him. So she's Grandmaster Rose. And she will be making very authentic, very high quality costumes. And you can have your Jedi costumes, your Sith costumes, full robes. She's even doing like a Sith, or I think it's a Sith, bathrobe. So it's going to have like the big hood, the big sleeves, all that stuff. Like basically anything you can think of clothing wise that has to do with Star Wars, you can commission her to make for you. It's not cheap because she is using good material and it is labor intensive. But you can go to Wild Space Outpost if you want a costume, if you're shopping for your resident nerd in your family for Christmas.
I was going to say, for the holidays coming up.
It's a great, I know my brother's commissions close because he definitely gets booked up fast.
I can imagine
but he does special vouchers for the holidays. So he does his sabers at very, very, very discounted prices. And he does a limited amount. So if that's something you want, pay attention to Wild Space Outpost Instagram and maybe snatch up one of those commissions. But that's a wonderful, because my mom's been retired for a lot of years. So it's really cool to see her, start to work again and make her own income. She got her first commission today. So she's officially up and running.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And what a cool way to do that, too. It's a creative outlet.
Definitely. I think it's going to be really...
family business.
Yeah, we're all in the family business. I wish I had something to contribute to that, but I am not good at anything with my hands.
Well, you just did.
I just did. It's true.
You talked about how wonderful it was.
I did.
Cool.
Yeah. What's your wonderful?
Oh, well, that dinner you made was pretty wonderful.
It was pretty wonderful. I've been really into this lady. I don't know her name. A half-baked harvest.
Yeah.
Been making a lot of half-baked harvest. Gigi Hadid made half-baked harvest the other day I saw. She is very herb heavy, so I don't go that far with the herbs.
No.
But I made a creamy sun-dried tomato chicken and orzo.
Yeah, it was bomb. That's not my wonderful, but I'm just saying delightful. That it was wonderful. My actual wonderful, I think I'm gonna plug CBD oil.
Girl, do it.
If you knew me growing up, as B did, I'm the biggest straight edge you'll ever meet, besides the drinking. But like,
Yeah, it's fine.
I never did drugs. I never smoked weed. I was like super.
And she says besides the drinking, but she literally only drank when her parents gave her wine because her parents are French Canadian, so it's 18 for them. Well, and her mom bought her fake ID.
That I only used once with my mom.
That you only used once with your mom, yeah. Check out her mom. Her mom bought her a fake ID because she's that cool.
Mona is a G.
Mona is the G.
She just wanted me to come party with her.
She did. She wanted you to enjoy wine with her at dinner. That was literally the entire reason for Mona getting you a fake ID.
Just in case they carded me when she ordered a bottle of wine.
And they didn't.
They did at one sushi restaurant.
That sushi place in Hinsdale. I remember.
And I peed my pants.
You were so scared.
But it was fine.
And funny, we're telling illegal stories now. We came to Hollywood for my 21st birthday. Tanya was 20. It was our first trip to Hollywood. It was just me and her. And we went out to dinner every night. And I was 21, so of course I was going to order cocktails. And Tanya ordered them as well. But she was shitting it. I mean, absolutely breaking it every single time.
They never carded us.
She had a full conversation with a sommelier, and they did not card her.
Well, I sounded like I knew my stuff. I was like, Mr. Sommelier. Well, yeah, because I grew up around wine, so I understood, the bare minimums at least of wine.
That was at Dolce. Remember Ashton Kutcher owning a restaurant? This was in the Von Dutch days.
It was. It was a good restaurant.
Dolce was legit.
But anyway, so I was super straight edge growing up. I never did any of that. Not that CBD oil falls within that category, but when I first heard about CBD oil, I was like, that's marijuana. I don't want anything to do with that because I'm just, clean.
Straight edge.
Yeah, and not that there's anything wrong with that. I genuinely don't think there's anything wrong with that. It just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
Until I realized, like, oh no, CBD oil has just health benefits. Yeah, it's not technically categorized as a drug in that sense. It's herbal.
Right.
So, like I said earlier, I do suffer from a lot of anxiety.
No.
Yes. So I started taking CBD oil daily for the past, I think, month now.
Yeah, but.
And I mean, look, it doesn't eradicate your anxiety, but I will say that it has done wonders.
Really?
For me. Yes, it has changed a lot for me. For instance, I will get up in the morning and exercise, which, like, I like to exercise. B can attest to this, but I'm usually really, really bad on weekdays. I'm really bad at getting up early enough to do it.
Because you have to get up stupid early.
Yeah, so I just kind of don't because, I want more sleep. But ever since I started taking CBD oil, and I'm going to thank CBD oil for this, I have been able to wake up early enough to exercise every single day.
Plug the brand you're using. It's a good one.
What am I using? I am using a brand called Equilibria, which I think some people do use and like promote as ads.
It's like an influencer CBD
I think
oil.
that's actually where I heard of it and I just forgot.
Yeah, it was an influencer.
And why I like it so much is that when I started using it, they hook you up with a consultant of sorts that is like a CBD expert. And they talk you through how many dosages they think you should take. And this is all comes with the price of just purchasing the CBD oil. They have different packages, which is like you could get the oil, the
capsules,
and the cream. So I did order the capsules. I've started taking the capsules as well.
No side effects that you haven't liked?
No.
Awesome.
Nothing.
They're not cheap.
No, of course not.
So maybe one day we'll get sponsored and we can throw a code at you, but...
Yeah, we don't have that yet, but that's just something wonderful that I didn't expect to be as wonderful as it is.
Yeah.
And if you do have, I mean, look, I would say like mediocre anxiety. It's not extreme to me, and it's not mild. It's just kind of like.
She's saying it's not extreme. She hallucinated bugs for a month.
Well, at that point, it was extreme.
Yeah. It can be extreme.
It can get there, but for the most part, it's pretty
manageable.
But this has made it more manageable somehow.
Yeah. Awesome.
Which is great.
Yeah, it's a good plug.
Yeah. That's my wonderful.
Awesome. Mine was hemp gummies.
Yeah, you love hemp gummies. Yeah, I didn't mind hemp gummies either, but I feel like I need to take them consistently in order to get like
they helped
the most
me
out of
with
them.
like mental clarity because I have a lot of mental fog because of mine.
Yes.
That helped with
And that's the thing about CBD oil is like it's not an overnight sensation.
No.
You kind of have to take it for a couple weeks for it to start to really
your body has to adjust to it.
It's actually giving me more energy, and I think it's because I'm stressed less.
True.
So it's giving
stress is exhausting.
Yeah, so I have more energy throughout the day because my stress is slightly more managed.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
So we mentioned on the last episode to send in your I Survived stories to our email. Obviously, we don't have any yet because that episode literally just posted.
Yes.
So hopefully, maybe we'll have one or two. Hopeful, wishful thinking by the next episode. But if you have survived anything crazy, like, something horrible, almost murder, literally anything, car crash that was just absolutely insane, just anything. Send us a quick blurb to howawfulpodcast@gmail.com. Put in the subject bar, I survived, and then whatever you survived. Get our attention.
You could also say you survived paranormal.
Yeah.
A paranormal experience.
Definitely.
You can say you survived an experience with a cryptid. You can tell us about
anything. Sky's the limit.
Yeah, or if you know of somebody that experienced something crazy and you want to tell us about it, we're very excited to hear it.
We would love to start reading stories and also to start making videos
Yes.
So definitely send your survival tales.
Yes, please.
Oh, we're going to pick now.
Yes.
Oh boy. Sky's the limit here.
Pick your poison.
What if it's aliens? Can I put it back?
Nope.
Can I have one time put it back?
Nope.
And once I use it, I can't ever do it again. You can have that too.
Sure.
Okay, cool. I was drawn to this one. It's aliens. I'm going to feel very betrayed.
Did you get aliens?
Yes. No. I literally just did it. No.
You don't want to do it?
No.
All right, well, you lost your chance. That's the only
Fine.
time you get to do that.
I am dead serious when I say I don't enjoy it.
Okay.
All right, trying again. Take 2. True crime. Better.
All right, you ready for mine?
Yes. Oh, we get to do it again. True crime and paranormal.
I got paranormal, baby.
Man, that's the exact same combo we got
That's fine.
the last time. That's fun, though.
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
Could have been paranormal and aliens.
I'm going to put up, no. I'm going to put up a fight consistently, and it's going to annoy you.
Why?
About aliens.
Oh, yeah, it is going to annoy me.
It's going to annoy you, but here's the thing. It is a mutual annoyance. I'm annoyed that you're forcing me to do aliens. You're annoyed that I don't want to do aliens.
Give the people what they want.
People don't want it. You want it.
You know, when I said I was going to make a topic, you didn't have to say, sure, do it.
No. You said it would be fun because you don't like it.
And you could have said, I'm going to never do it.
I'm saying it now. I would like to opt out.
It's too late.
You can do aliens whenever you. It's not too late. It's my podcast show too. Real fight. Real fight.
Gosh.
I wish that it was a either or, that it was a choice for me. That would be more fun. Anyway, paranormal and true crime next week. You can follow us on all of the social medias at How Awful Podcast. That's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at How Awful Podcast. You can subscribe to our YouTube page for episodes. These are transcribed episodes. So if you have any hearing impaired friends, this is a good link to send them because they're going to be able to read the episodes. And we have worked really hard on transcribing these episodes. So hopefully they help somebody. You can join our Patreon page to get access to patron-only goodies like blog bonus videos and more. We post extra resources. We are going to add to it as we go. It's going to get more interesting. You can email us your stories, like I said, at howawfulpodcast@gmail.com, or if you have any questions or you want any clarifications, or, just to say hello. But don't be mean. Treat people with kindness. Patron St. Harry Styles.
Just a reminder, please subscribe if you're listening and you're enjoying. Remember to follow, rate us.
Tell your friends.
Review us.
Tell your mom. Tell your dad. Tell your wife. Tell your husband.
Honestly, yeah, most importantly, if you're liking it, tell your friends. Word of mouth is the way that we're going to be successful with this.
Post it on your Instagram stories.
And other places. Yes. I was like, are you going somewhere else with this?
No. No, I'm not.
Yeah, so thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening. We're B and Tanya Lee.
We love you.
How awful. As always, we've been B and Tanya Lee. Our logo was created by MJ Savard, and our theme music courtesy of Nikki Lou.